けてみた、逃げてみた、勢い余って飛んでみた。よっ手だ、押してみた、引いてみた、力の限り投げてみた。ぶつかった、弾かれた、ものすごい衝撃が走った。チゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな黙って俺についてこい。イエチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな必死で俺についてこい。カモチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな黙って俺についてこい。イエチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな必死で俺についてこい。カモチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな黙って俺についてこい。イエチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな必死で俺についてこい。カモチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな黙って俺についてこい。イエチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな必死で俺についてこい。カモン打ち負けた、へこたれた、力なさに絶望を感じた。はっ拗ねてみた、落ち込んだ、悔しくなってとことん泣いてみた。カモン考えた、寝転んだ、空見て落ち着きを取り戻した。眺めてた、目に入れた、空に浮かぶ月が眩しかった。でかくした、育んだ、大きな綺麗な星にした。よっゲラ頑張った、努力した、ありったけの力を出し切った。よっ危機感を感じ立ち上がる。心の壁を取り払い、自由なマインドと溢れるソウル、スピリットを心に宿した。力を合わせて頑張れる。みんなで一つのことを成し遂げるためにお互いを褒めたたえた。今までより一回り大きくなった。ネガティブな話題を口にするな。辛くても進むことをやめるんじゃない。ピースなバイブレーションでアートを描き、このアースに負けないオブジェを作れ。チゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな黙って俺についてこい。イエチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな必死で俺についてこい。カモチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな黙って俺についてこい。イエチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな必死で俺についてこい。カモチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな黙って俺についてこい。イエチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな必死で俺についてこい。カモチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな黙って俺についてこい。イエチゲだ、ファンキーだ、みんな必死で俺についてこい。カモン
Hey, hello, hello? Okay, my mic wasn't working. Hello, I'm here. Oh, I'm so sick of technical difficulties. Hello, hello. We're finally getting started. Oh, oh goodness. Hello. Hi. Yeah. We're starting. Hopefully everything will be fine. I apologize for the very late start, but first I was like last minute trying to plan something special, which is, you know, always a great idea, right? And then OBS was crashing again. And it's been up for a good 18 minutes now, 18 and a half minutes. Hopefully it's not gonna crash again. Weirdly enough, it seems like the problem was with my little PNG tuber somehow. I don't know. It's weird. Like I tried to stream last Friday and it kept crashing. Couldn't stream. And then on Monday I streamed and it all went fine. And then today I tried to stream again and it crashed like right away. If you look at my channel, you can see I was up for like 30 seconds and then it crashed. And I'm like, why did that happen? What's the difference between today and Monday? And the thing is that like last Friday I was using my PNG tuber and then Monday I didn't. And today I tried to use the PNG tuber again. So that seems to be the common thing that's related to the crashes somehow. I don't know. So no PNG tuber today, sadly. Which is a real shame because I was gonna use my special little one that I made for when I did some horror game streams last year. If I can find that real quick so I can at least show it to you. Show you just the straight up PNG version and not the version that opens its little mouth when I talk. Here, I've got this, no, I'll just show you this guy. I made this little version of my PNG tuber for horror streams. But the program that I usually use is just, it seems to be making my stream crash somehow for some reason. I don't know if it's like conflicting with something else that I have or what, but I don't know. Should I just keep this little guy in the corner and just have that and not have it actually react to anything? It's just there. It's not moving. I don't know. It feels wrong to just be still. Like, hello? Hello, I am just sitting here. What is even happening? Yeah, here's all the different, like, hang on. I can show you the whole dude. The mouth closed and blinking and open and all that stuff. This little PNG tuber. Wanted to use that for today, but it doesn't seem to be cooperating with OBS, and I don't really have time to figure out why or to figure out an alternative. So I think I'm just gonna remove that, and you're just gonna have my voice today. No little PNG tuber, no webcam, because I'm just not doing that today. So we're just gonna, you're gonna have my voice, and I'm gonna talk over this classic horror movie. And we're gonna hang out and watch a horror movie because it's a very hot day and I just don't want to do anything else. And it's Friday the 13th, so that's a great excuse to watch some horror. So yeah, this is we're gonna watch House on Haunted Hill, 1959. I've never watched it before. It's an old horror movie, and it's public domain, so we can watch it on Twitch. So we're just gonna watch it, and we're just gonna do it. I thought I set this to not capture my cursor. Hello? It's capturing my cursor. Thought I set it not to do that. Where's my window capture? Do not capture my cursor. Okay. Now we're good. And we're gonna watch this, and again, I've never watched it before. I'm like pretty uncultured when it comes to classic, any kind of classic movies, but particularly classic horror, because I was not a big horror fan for most of my life. So anyway, um, we're gonna watch House on Haunted Hill, and it is a horror movie. It's an older one. It's gonna be like black and white, not high quality. No subtitles, unfortunately. I tried to get subtitles, but I couldn't really find a good subtitle file that was like properly synced with the audio and the video that I got. But yeah, so it's an older one, but it still is a horror movie, so be warned, there could be some potentially upsetting, disturbing, triggering content in this. I think there's like one scene I did a quick search, and there's apparently a scene with a hanging body that could be particularly upsetting for if I mean, naturally it's kind of something that's upsetting to everyone, but if it's like really 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 upsetting and triggering to you, then just don't watch it. Just go away. Do something that's more comfortable for you. But yeah, we're gonna watch this horror movie, and I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna start the movie. We're gonna pray that OBS doesn't crash again. And let's go. Let's just do it. It's Friday the 13th. Let's watch some horror. And hopefully this won't be too loud or anything like that. There was like some random screaming at the beginning. So brace yourself, it might be a little bit loud, I might have to adjust the audio. That was a very quiet one, and then it gets loud. Yep, okay, that's pretty loud. We do want to be able to hear the movie pretty well, but you don't want it to overpower my voice. If you just wanted to watch the movie, then go watch it somewhere else. Don't watch me stream it. Anyway, whoa, screaming, whoa, noises. Chains dragging on the floor. A guy! Ah!
The ghosts are moving tonight, restless, hungry. May I introduce myself?
No.
I'm Watson Pritchard.
Okay, hi, nice to meet you.
In just a minute, I'll show you the only really haunted house in the world.
The only really haunted house in the world?
Since it was built a century ago, 7 people, including my brother, have been murdered in it.
Murdered?
Since then, I've owned the house.
This guy's a
I only
homeowner.
spent one night there, and when they found me in the morning, I was almost dead.
Whoa! Whoa!
I'm Frederick Lauren, and I've rented the house on Haunted Hill tonight so that my wife can give a party. A haunted
Having a
house
party. A haunted house party.
She's so amusing. There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited. If any of you will spend the next 12 hours in this house, I'll give you each $10,000. Or your next of kin in case you don't survive. Ah, but here come our other guests.
Woo, I love these little zoom out effects.
It was my wife's idea to have our guests come in funeral cars.
Funeral cars.
She's so amusing.
She's so
Her sense of
amusing.
humor is, shall we say, original. I dreamed up the hearse. It's empty now, but after a night in the house on Haunted Hill, who knows? This is Lance Schroeder, a test pilot, so no doubt a brave man. But don't you think you can be much braver if you're paid for it? And I happen to know that Lance needs the $10,000 I'll give him, if he's brave enough to stay all night.
Hang on.
This is
Here's
Ruth
the
Bridges.
thing. I'm gonna see if I can get subtitles again, because I had added subtitles and then it was like, oh, they're not synced properly, so I'm gonna just take them away. But maybe out of sync subtitles is better than no subtitles. So we're gonna. I would like some subtitles. Please hold. I apologize for this. I'm just, man. Okay, let's see how these ones look.
You've no doubt read her column in the newspapers. She says her reason...
Okay, so it's like, it's a little bit behind. Let's see.
And Schroeder, a test pilot, so no doubt a brave man. But don't you think you can be much braver if you're paid for it? And I happen to know that
So yeah, I apologize for the subtitles being out of sync, but I think it's better than no subtitles at all. So there we go.
This is Ruth Bridges. You've no doubt read her column in the newspapers. She says her reason for coming to the party is to write a feature article on ghosts. She's also
Feature article on ghosts.
Gambles.
Ooh, she
You've already met
gambles.
Watson Pritchard, a man living in mortal fear of a house, and yet he is risking his life to spend another night here. I wonder why. He says for money. This is Dr. David Trent, a psychiatrist. He claims that my ghost will help his work on hysteria. But don't you see a little touch of greed there? Around the mouth and eyes? This is Nora Manning. I picked her from the thousands of people who work for me because she needed the 10,000 more than most. Supports her whole family. Isn't she pretty?
That's not creepy at all.
The party's starting now, and you have until midnight to find the house on Haunted Hill.
House on Haunted Hill. Whoa. Yeah, I chose this movie because, first of all, it came up, like, on basically everyone's list of good public domain horror movies to watch. But I also kind of liked the idea of just a rich couple just messing with people for fun. just some eccentric rich people throwing a haunted house party. And Vincent Price is an icon. Legend of acting. But yeah, like, it was a choice between this and Night of the Living Dead. Maybe I'll do another horror stream at some point, or maybe a movie night on Discord with that one. I don't know. Like, I also, like, I looked into trigger warnings for both movies, and so I know about the end of Night of the Living Dead and what happens there, and I was like, I think I'm a little more uncomfortable showing that on stream as opposed to this one where the main trigger warning was it shows a hanging body, and I've, like, played a game that shows a hanging body, so on stream before. There's already precedent for that, so I'm, you know, relatively a little more comfortable with that, and you know, it's, I don't know. It's uncomfortable anyway. It is, you know, I don't know. I still might, you know, if this is good, if people like this idea, little public domain movie streams, maybe I'll do Night of the Living Dead too, or as well. I want to watch Night of the Living Dead because there's a whole bunch of zombie media that I'm into, so of course I gotta watch the zombie classics, right? But for today, we're gonna watch this funny rich people haunted house party, and see what that's like. And of course, again, do let me know if the audio is okay, if the movie's loud enough.
Welcome, is it?
Only the ghosts in this house are glad we're here.
Are we all strangers to each other? Don't you two know each other?
I'm afraid I don't even know your name.
I'm Nora Manning.
Lance Schroeder.
Is Frederick Lauren a friend of yours?
I've heard of him, but I've never met him.
I work for one of his companies, but I've never seen him.
I've never met the man either. Just a phone call. Do you know him?
No,
Well, then you're the only one of us who does.
I don't know him. All the details about renting the house were done by mail.
He's quite wealthy, isn't he?
Millions.
And 5 wives, I believe.
4, I think, so far.
A $50,000 party for only 5 people is a little steep, even for a millionaire.
Steepy.
Well, if I were going to haunt
Subtitle
anybody, this
typo.
would certainly be the house
Steepy.
I'd do it in.
Whoa.
Who closed the door?
The ghosts are here. It's haunted.
This thing's made of solid steel.
Ah. Now, what's this sneaky little man up to? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Annabelle. Our guests are here, unfortunately still alive. Is your face on yet?
Dust and dirt everywhere, and the water barely trickles. Couldn't you have had the place cleaned?
Atmosphere, darling. You know how ghosts are. They never tidy up. And that's a very fetching outfit, but hardly suitable for a party.
I'm not going to the party.
The spend-the-night ghost party was your idea, remember? Since it's going to cost me $50,000, I want you to have fun.
The party was my idea until you invited all the guests. Why all these strangers? Why none of our friends?
Friends? Do we have any friends?
No, your jealousy took care of that.
I had a reason for inviting each guest. I wanted kind of a cross-section. From psychiatrist to typist, and from drunk to jet pilot.
This
They
is
share
like
one
Saw
thing,
2.
they all
I
need
love
money.
it.
Now let's see if they're brave enough to earn it.
And you call this a party?
Could be.
Party! Woohoo!
Why do you always do that? It spoils the champagne.
It might explode.
Never does.
Will you guarantee that?
That isn't funny, Frederick.
Make a good headline. Playboy kills wife with champagne cork. Will you join me?
No, thank you.
Just a sip might improve your humor.
My humor is fine, thanks. And I haven't poisoned it.
It's always good to know that. Have some. You'll enjoy the party more. Go on.
Your trust is so touching. And I'm not going to the party.
Of all my wives, you're the least agreeable.
But still alive.
Would you go away for $1 million tax-free? You want it all, don't you?
I deserve it all. Your jealousy isn't tax-free. And your possessiveness is maddening.
If ever a man had grounds for divorce,
But can't prove them.
the time will come. You'll slip up one of these days,
Think so?
if I live long enough. You remember the fun we had when you
This is a-
poisoned me?
Fascinating relationship.
Something you ate, the doctor said.
Yes, arsenic on the rocks. Annabelle, you'd do it again if you thought you could get away with it, wouldn't you?
Darling, what makes you think that?
Something about you. I hear that hanging is very uncomfortable, in case you get any more ideas. Now, don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you, darling.
Darling, the only girl in the house is you.
And don't sit up all night thinking of ways to get rid of me.
Wow.
It makes wrinkles.
This is what she used on my brother and her sister. Hacked them to pieces. We found parts of the bodies all over the house. In places you wouldn't think.
What?
The funny thing is the heads have never been found. Hands and feet and things like that. but no heads.
The
So-
wife,
so no
probably in
head?
a rage, threatened her husband with a knife and then, carried away by hysteria, took a swing at him and simply went on from there.
She certainly went on. How many people did she kill, Mr. Pritchard?
Only two. Her husband and her sister. No one else was here.
So there are two loose heads just floating around in here somewhere?
You can hear them at night. They whisper to each other and then cry.
Since our host isn't here, would anyone care to mix me a drink?
Certainly. What will you have?
Oh,
Good evening.
speak of the freaking devil, there's the host.
I'm your host, Frederick Lauren.
He's their host.
Since we're all strangers to each other, let's get acquainted with the drink, shall we?
Mr. Lauren, I advise you to call this party off now. The ghosts are already moving, and that's a bad sign.
Let me apologize for my wife.
Look
She'll
how
join us
short
later.
this guy is. I love him.
Scotch and.
Doctor?
I'll have the same.
Now, before the party begins, let's go over
Walking
the
around with a
details.
knife.
The caretakers will leave at midnight.
Oh, to be a little
locking
man
us
with a
in here
knife in a
until they
haunted
come back
house.
in the morning.
Haunted murder
Once
house.
the door is locked, there's no way out. The windows have bars that a jail would be proud of, and the only door to the outside locks like a vault. There's no electricity, no phone, no one within miles, so no way to call for help.
Like a coffin.
So if any of you decide not to stay for the party, you must let me know before midnight. Of course, if you leave, I shan't be able to pay you anything.
I'm interested in your reasons for this, party. Aside
Party.
from pleasant company.
Ghosts, Doctor. I think everyone wonders what they would do if they saw a ghost. And now my wife has given us all the opportunity to find out.
Amusing. Ghosts, etc., being only creations of hysteria, your party should be a success.
Well, Pritchard here promises us genuine ghosts.
This
7
actor
now,
is so good at just being
maybe
constantly
more
afraid.
before morning.
That's cheerful.
4 men have been murdered in this house. And 3 women.
You planned your party very well, Mr. Lauren.
3 women.
4 of us are men, 3 are women. Well, a ghost for everybody.
Well, Pritchard, why don't you take us on a tour through the
You
house?
gotta match the
and see
boy
what happens.
ghost with the boy living men and the girl ghost with the girl living women. Can't mix them up.
See that
Wouldn't have
stain?
that.
Blood. A young girl was killed here. And
A
whatever
young
got her wasn't
girl?
human. Don't stand there.
What do you mean? Where?
Ew.
It's too late. They've marked you.
Ridiculous. The roof probably leaks.
Oh, that must be what it is. Who would want to haunt me?
I would say any self-respecting male ghost.
I hope it doesn't come back.
Ew.
Well, Mr. Pritchard, you're the life of the party.
Oh, he hasn't even started yet. Wasn't there a man who threw his wife into a wine vat or something?
That was in the cellar. There's been a murder almost every place in this house.
Mortar. And now let's go to the
All this
cellar.
belonged to a Mr. Norton, who didn't die here. He was electrocuted later.
Okay.
Mr. Norton did a good deal of experimenting with wines, but his wife didn't think it was any good. So he filled the vat with acid and threw her in. She was supposed to stay down, but the bones came up. It's a funny thing, but none of the murders here were just ordinary. Just shooting or stabbing. They've all been sort of wild, violent, and different.
Look out!
God, she didn't fall in.
Why
mean
would
there's
you
still
just
acid in there?
open it up? Why would you just open up the vat of acid so anyone could just get right in there? What? Oh, is that a mouse trap with a little dead critter in it? Oh dear.
Destroys everything with hair and flesh. Just leaves the bones.
Why would you open up the vat of acid? Like, why? Leave it closed.
My, it's dry and dusty down here.
Well, there's a cure for that upstairs. Come on.
Strange little man, like, I know all about all the murders that happened here.
How'd you get invited to this party?
Let me show you.
No. Oh, go on. I mean, what did he tell you?
Mr. Lawrence said everybody'd get $10,000.
But he didn't say anything about being locked in.
No.
He just made the deal with me on the phone, but nothing about having to stay.
Aren't you going to stay?
If I don't, I lose $10,000.
I'm going to stay too. $10,000.
Yeah. You believe in ghosts?
I don't know.
$10,000.
Well, I agree with what that doc says. You can spook yourself. I've done it in planes. Seen things that weren't really there. Or were they? What are you going to do with your $10,000? If we get it.
What do you mean if we get it? Won't he pay us if we stay?
Ah, sure he will. 10,000 is no more to him than a nickel is to us.
We were in an automobile accident. Now I'm the only one in the family who can make any money.
Boy, I've never seen so many doors. Closet? Bottles.
Bottles. This is me in a video game looking at everything and just saying like, yep, that's a closet. Those are bottles.
Does it go anywhere?
This is my commentary. Oh. Drink iced tea. I finished it, it's all gone, I'm so sad. The real horror is being out of iced tea. Whoa, what's that? I can barely see what it's a ghost. Are we witnessing our first ghost? Oh, just backing away now. Just like, hi. Okay, bye. Is my mic up too loud? I'm obsessing over my audio levels again, man. Is my mic too loud? Is the movie not loud enough?
Lance is gone, and there's a ghost. Please,
That
please, come on.
Did she say Lance is gone? Gone where?
Where?
We'll have to break it down. It's locked.
Locked?
Whoa.
You
What
all right?
happened?
Nothing that money won't cure. I must have bumped my head.
And the only way you could bump your head in here is to run head on into the wall. You didn't do that, did you? Let's get a bandage on that.
I wonder why they didn't kill him.
Who?
He didn't bump his head. They hit him.
hit him. Getting clonked in the head by a ghost.
Nora, when you came in, you said something about a ghost.
There was something.
What did it look like?
Well, it was wearing a black thing that went all the way to the floor.
A black thing.
Weren't you a little frightened at the time?
Well, yes.
You know, like a dress or a robe.
That, Mr. Lauren,
The thing.
is hysteria.
Well, then, Doctor, how do you explain what happened to
Hysteria.
Lance? Was that hysteria, too?
You better get that checked in a day or so.
Thanks, Doc.
Woman seeing a ghost? It's hysteria. I'm a psychiatrist, you know.
Wait for me in the hall.
The ghosts are coming closer, Mr. Lauren.
You really believe in your pet ghost, don't you, Pritchard?
Before the night's over, you will, too.
Would you like a drink, Lance?
No, thanks.
I'd like one. Scotch and. Mr. Lauren, are you really going to
That
pay
guy
anyone who
just
stays
stealing
all night?
candles.
Certainly. $10,000.
Will there be much red tape or delay?
In a hurry, dear?
Frankly, yes. Or frantically.
There you are, my dear.
It's getting close to midnight. Ooh. What you doing with those candles?
Someone or something was in here when I came in. But where? And if the door was locked, how did it get out? What you saw might have been a ghost, Nora, but what was in here with me was no ghost.
I don't know. I was so scared.
Oh.
Does it sound different to you?
Yes.
Okay, well, what are you gonna do about it? Light the wall on fire?
3, 6, 9, 12. 12 feet. Three, 6. Now, I'm gonna knock on the other wall. When you hear me, you knock on this wall. Tap lower down.
Ah! That looks so silly, I love it. Oh, wee! Be careful with that candle, man.
Where'd it come from?
From in here.
What if it ran out of here? I'd have seen it.
Lance, it doesn't run. It just floats.
Yeah, but why didn't I see it?
You don't believe me.
Well, how can I?
Dog is scratching at the floor. What? Dexter!
I'm Annabelle Lauren. You must be Miss Manning. I
Wait a
realize
moment.
this is a very unusual and I'm afraid very dull party. Wouldn't you like to freshen up?
But, ma'am?
This is your room. Depressing, isn't it?
I doubt if I'll spend much time here.
It's going to rain. Perfect atmosphere for my husband's party. Why did you come here?
He said he'd give me $10,000.
Why did he pick you?
I don't know. My supervisor just came and said I'd been invited.
How long have you known my husband?
I just met him tonight.
So? Why you?
Ma'am?
What were you doing wandering around by yourself?
Well, I was in the cellar with Lance, Mr. Schroeder, and I just left, that's all.
Don't do it again. Don't go anywhere in this house by yourself. Now fix your face and I'll come by for you in a few minutes.
But
You're in danger. We all are.
but who?
I hope for your sake you never find out.
What is going on?
I'm Annabelle Lauren. Were you looking for something?
Not exactly.
Are you the doctor?
No, I'm Lance Schroeder.
The pilot. You've hurt yourself.
Oh, it's just a bump on the head. Which is my room?
I believe this is it.
Thank you,
How
Mrs. Lauren.
convenient.
Annabelle Lance. You were with the young girl in the cellar. Why was she so upset?
Was she?
And you don't look like the type to go around bumping his head. What really happened, Lance?
Well, Nora thought she saw a ghost, but I didn't see anything.
She was just frightened then.
And mad at me, I think. I kidded her about it.
I wouldn't joke about anything else that happens here tonight.
Now, don't tell me you're taking all this seriously.
Aren't you?
Well, I'd like to find out what hit me.
Lance. If I need help, may I count on you?
Yeah, sure, I guess so. Look, what's going on?
He said,
here
I will
anyway?
seduce this man.
What is with this party bit?
This is no party. He's planning something.
Your husband?
I wish I knew what it was.
Must be pretty big if he's going to lay out 50,000.
The money doesn't mean anything. He has a reason for getting us all up here to this dreadful old house.
Well, what for? He doesn't even know us.
Maybe that's exactly why you're here.
Well, what can he get away with?
Oh, he thinks that big money like his can get away with anything. You know, of course, that I'm his fourth wife. The first simply disappeared. The other two died. Lance, I don't want to join them.
You mean he,
Oh, his doctor said they died of heart attacks. 2 girls in their 20s.
Well, what can he do?
My husband is sometimes insane with jealousy. Nothing matters to him then. Please be careful.
Would he hurt you?
He would kill me if he could.
Oh dear. Love a healthy marriage. Wahoo! No, a shadow! Run away! Hold your boobs! Ma'am, you could have worn something with more support there.
Annabelle, you're missing all the fun. Nora Manning was almost killed by a falling chandelier. The pilot bashed his head in.
Is he badly hurt?
The Saturnine psychiatrist bandaged him up. Don't you want to go and console him, as you do most men, in your fashion?
You're so clever, Frederick.
Yes, I lie awake nights wondering why I married you. It was rather a mistake.
You didn't marry me, dear. I married you. Unpleasant, but no mistake.
Hurry up.
You
Frederick,
didn't
for the
marry
last
me,
time,
I
I'm not
married
going to
you.
your party.
It's
For the
interesting.
last time, it's not my party, but yours.
Okay.
And you are going.
I am not.
You ready?
Ooh.
No.
Are you ready, dear?
Yes, damn you.
Would you adore me as much if I were poor? No.
I'm gonna kill
All
that
you want to
man.
be is a
I've
lovely
decided.
widow. It's almost time to
I was
lock up the house.
hoping
Then your party will
hoping
really
he'd
begin.
be more funny villain and
I wonder how
less
it'll end.
wife abuser, but okay. That's fine. He's an evil man. He's just actually evil instead of just funny ghost story evil.
It's close to midnight, Lance.
Okay. I'll be down in a minute.
It's close to midnight.
Your host, my dear. It's almost midnight, Nora. We're all going to get together down in the living room.
All right, Mr. Lloyd. I'll be right down.
Nice. Just casually open the case and then there's just a whole head there. Just a whole rotten head. Oh. What's this gonna be? I'm gonna open the window and no, it's just curtains. It's not a window. Curtains leading into another room. Okay. How about this? Is this a window? No, this is a door. Ma'am? What is going on? Oh. And.
Come with us. Come with us before he kills you.
Hi? Bye?
Where's Nora? Miss Manning.
Those subtitles were really delayed.
Don't want to stay here.
Nora, what happened?
What happened?
That's Jonas Slides and his wife. They've been caretakers here for years. She's blind, you know.
I'm not going to stay here.
Well, Doctor, it looks like we have a real case of hysteria on our hands.
I think she's just a little upset.
A real case of hysteria. Hysteria, which is very, very real.
Good evening.
Hello, my dear. This is my wife. These are our guests. Ruth Bridges, Dr. Trent. You know Watson Pritchard, of course. Nora Manning, and this is Lance Schroeder.
Subtitles really aren't keeping up there. Oh dear.
Get me out of here.
Now, what about the 10,000?
I don't care. He wants to kill me.
Who wants to kill you?
Mr. Lawrence.
May I have your attention, please? I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night. $10,000 apiece. If any of you don't survive, $50,000 will be divided amongst the rest of you. If I should die, you will be paid by my estate. When the door is locked from the outside by the caretakers, we'll all be forced to stay in this house until morning. If any of you decide not to stay, you must leave with the caretakers now. You won't have a chance to change your minds later, because there'll be no way to get out.
I don't want to stay.
Wait.
What's going on? What is it this time?
It isn't midnight yet. Who told them they could leave?
They never leave before midnight.
Well, they've gone now. I was going to ask you whether you wanted to stay or not, but it seems that the caretakers have made the decision for you.
What?
We're all locked in now.
But I don't want to stay.
And I'm sorry, my dear, but it's
too bad.
late now.
Caretakers just said,
Haven't
screw
had
you,
enough of the silly
die.
games? Get some cars up here for these people and let them go home. But pay them first.
This is your party, remember? In spite of
Why
my
does he
wife's
keep
faith in my
saying
ability to do the
that?
impossible, we will all have to stay in this house until 8 o'clock in the morning. But we have some party favors for you. In these
Party
little
favors?
coffins.
Oh, those are cute. I want
This is my
one.
wife's idea. I must say, I think
Oh,
it's rather
guns.
dangerous. I
don't
suppose
want
you all
those.
know how to use one of these things,
I
but
want a
in
cute
case
little
you don't,
coffin.
you
Blah,
just
blah,
press
blah, blah.
down on this lever with your thumb and then pull the trigger. You see, they're loaded.
These are no good against the dead, only the living.
Kill each other then.
Doctor?
Bye.
Lance?
I want a cute little
Nora?
mini coffin just for fun.
Go
Just
ahead,
to
take
have it. Take the gun, pretty girl.
Miss Bridges?
Oh, but I'm a pretty girl. I can't take a gun. Well, I'll take a gun.
And here's yours, dear.
I don't need it.
It was your idea. Who knows, you may want to use it on me before this night is over.
Throw these guns away. They won't do you any good.
I agree with Pritchard on that point, although not for the same reason.
Dr. Trent, don't you approve of our little party favors?
Suppose Nora had had a gun when she mistook the blind woman for a ghost.
I don't think anyone else is going to walk around in total darkness.
Oh, I'm sure we're not going to go running around the house shooting each other, aren't you?
Who knows? Fear makes people do amazing things.
Mr. Pritchard, you said your sister-in-law killed a man and a woman here and cut them up? You said they found hands and feet, but they never found any heads. Would you like to see one of those heads? Would you all like to see one of those heads? Well then, just follow me.
Yo, want head? Follow me.
Darling, I really don't need this.
Why not? Kill your husband. Do it. Come on.
Just go look in my suitcase. Just go look.
It's not gonna be there no more. It's gonna be gone. Just a regular suitcase. Whoa.
But it was in there. A woman's head.
Nora, I think you're a little upset. Would you care for a sedative?
Get out! Get out, all of you!
Get that psychiatrist out of here. Use your gun on the psychiatrist. Old-timey psychiatrist man, die.
You think it's all right to leave her by herself, Doctor?
I wish she'd taken the sedative.
Well, what do you suppose she thought she saw?
They're closing in on her.
Look, Doc, I think somebody ought to stay with her.
There could be 1,000,000 people around her. But if they wanted her, they'd get her.
What if he's right?
He's too drunk to know what he's talking about.
I wonder. I'll join you in a minute.
Do you think it would do any good if you went in and talked to her?
Well, do you think there really was a head in her suitcase?
I don't know.
A thing like that would put me right over the edge.
Look, would you sort of stay up here, I mean, in case she needs help?
All right. I'll be in my room. Just call it.
Thanks.
Are you sure there are only 7 people in this house?
Positive, except for the ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts, nor in frightening women. In Nora's case, it's gone far enough. Perhaps too far.
What do you suggest we do about it, Doctor?
Don't frighten her anymore.
Oh, okay. Love that music.
Nora. Nora?
Now what's happening?
Nora?
Head? Oh, that sure looks like a head. Just grabs the head and walks off with it. Okay. Just carrying that around.
What do you know about this?
They've taken her. In a little while, she'll be one of them.
Where's Norton? Where is she?
It's too late. It's too late. You'll never find her again.
Pritchard, if you know where she is, you better tell me now.
She's gone. She's gone with them. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Uh-oh. That didn't sound good. And there's hanging. Look away if you're particularly upset or triggered by hanging. There's hanging.
Let her down. Nora?
She's dead, Mr. Lauren. Your wife hanged herself.
Suicide.
Ooh. It's wife. And what's this?
Nora,
Please hide me. Please hide me.
what's the matter?
Hide me.
Where? Where are you gonna hide?
He tried to kill me. He grabbed me and choked me and put me in that room. And then he went away and left me.
Who?
He thought I was dead.
Who?
Mr. Lord.
Are you sure about this?
I don't know. It was dark, but it must have been him.
Has anybody seen you since he left you?
I heard
I'm
some
like
people in
actually
that room, but I
really
went by and
interested
nobody
in
saw me.
like knowing what happens in this.
Mrs. Lauren is dead.
But how?
Lauren said she committed suicide, but I think somebody killed her.
Him.
Somebody at the freaking door. Hello?
I'm sure you've come to the same conclusion I have.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's all have a meeting, discuss what to do. The living room?
Okay, in a minute.
Emergency meeting. Mr. Lauren is sus.
I gotta go downstairs. Now, you lock yourself in here and don't let anybody know you're here. If he thinks you're dead, he won't come here. And I'll get back as soon as I can. You'll be all right. And if you have to, you use it.
Use gun. See why this movie got recommended a lot when I looked up like public domain horror movies. It's like really well made. Obviously it's dated, but otherwise it's like, it's a good movie.
So beautiful. So greedy. So cold. What are you doing in here?
Wait. Don't wait.
What do you mean coming in here?
I didn't want them to take her away.
You're drunk.
They will if you don't watch her.
You're drunk. All right, out with it, Bridget. Why did you come into this room?
I'm the only one who understands.
Understands what?
Your wife isn't there anymore. She's already joined them.
Look, Bridget, I've had enough of your spook talk. Get out, you sot, and don't come back into this room again.
Damn. Just leave the body there. It's fine. Emergency meeting.
Where's what's-her-name?
What's her
Nora.
name? Rude.
I didn't disturb her since I don't think this concerns her.
No, you're right.
Mr. Lauren, isn't there some way we can get out of this house now?
No, none at all.
We could try breaking out.
The only door to the outside is made of steel. The bars of the windows are set in solid stone. We gotta stay.
I'm
What
not
about
afraid of
the
your
walls?
ghosts, Bridget,
This place is like crumbling.
but I am afraid. When we came here a few hours ago, the only thing we had in common was the $10,000 we'd get. Now, however, we share something else. The death of Mrs. Lauren. So far tonight, one of us was almost killed by a falling chandelier. One of us was mysteriously slugged. One of us has been driven to the brink of absolute hysteria. And one of us is dead. Were these accidents? Suicide? And we must stay here for 6 more hours.
6 hours? 6 of us. Time enough.
Who will be next? How will it happen?
Let me ask you a question, Doctor. You were the first one to see my wife there. Did you also see anything that she could have climbed up on and then jumped?
No.
Did any of you? There was nothing. How then did she get up there so high?
Exactly, Mr. Lauren. How? She couldn't have pulled herself up there. She couldn't have dropped from the ceiling. Do you think your wife killed herself?
No. She was murdered by one of you.
Or you, Mr. Lauren. To deliberately kill someone, you must have a reason.
We were all strangers to your wife. only you had a motive for murder.
What husband hasn't
I'm
at some time
I'm
wanted
like
to kill
actually
his
getting
wife?
invested in this.
What
I'm
husband
like
hasn't had 1,000
silently
opportunities to do it in such a
watching,
way
like,
so that he'd never be suspected?
who murdered?
I'm not such a fool as
How?
to hang my wife from a ceiling by a rope.
The fact remains that you, or one of us, murdered Mrs. Lauren. And that's a matter for the police.
So how do we get the police?
That's my point. We can't until morning. What began as a silly party given by an eccentric has now involved us all in murder.
Silly
For once,
party.
Pritchard may be right. If another murder's in the works, let's stop it now.
Another murder.
Why not? Maybe one of us saw too much.
Why should even a millionaire want to give each of us $10,000 to spend one night in a gloomy old house? To see some ghosts, have a party? No.
Have you finished trying me, Doctor? And is the verdict guilty of murder?
Oh, this isn't getting us anywhere. Somebody killed Mrs. Lauren, we know that. One of us is guilty and the rest of us are innocent, okay. Now, what we have to do for the next 6 hours is protect ourselves from each other.
Do you really think?
I don't think anything. I just know that I'm going to my room. And if anybody comes in, I'll shoot him. Or her.
And if we all stay in our rooms, we'll be safe. Because the innocent will have no reason to leave his room. And the guilty will admit his guilt if he or she does.
And we all have guns.
And we're all agreed?
And we all have
This
guns.
night were over.
Rooms? Guns? I tell you, it doesn't make any difference. They aren't through with us yet.
Rooms? Guns? Ghosts and ghouls and horrible men and or women?
What's the use of saying goodnight?
Okay. You could have just not said anything. You could-
Good night.
Good night, Doctor.
Bruh. Homie, what do you think you're gonna accomplish with that gun? If you yourself were said like, oh, it's a ghost, you can't kill a ghost with a gun. Whoa. Bruh, what are you doing? Doorknob turning. What? There's nobody there. Woo-hoo. Oh, the blood. Rosebud.
Nora, it's me, Lance. You okay? They've all gone to their rooms and locked themselves in.
Lance, I've been thinking. It was so dark down there. Maybe it wasn't Mr. Lorne.
It was him, all right. He tried to kill you, and he did kill his wife.
How can you be so sure?
She tried to warn me, asked me to help her. The doc thinks he's going to try and kill one of us. Now, there must be a way out of this place, and I'm going to find it and get the police before he does.
I'm going with you.
Well, if he finds out you're alive... No, Nora. You're safer here than any place else. Now, just lock yourself in and keep quiet. If I find a way out, I'll come back and get you.
All right, good luck. I'm like actually so into this. I want to know. Ooh. Whoa! Secret passage. Thunderstorm. Atmosphere. We're supposed to get thunderstorms tomorrow because it's that kind of late spring, early summer weather where it just suddenly gets really hot and then it's like, oop, thunderstorm. So appropriate. Hello? What? Huh? Rope? Rope and it is alive? Rope is alive? Snake rope? What the hell? Hey. Look who it is. It's wife. The delayed subtitles just saying no. Oh, that's a whole lot of flashing. Girl, what are you gonna do? Shoot the ghost? Now where are you going with that gun? Oh, there she is again. Scream! Ah! No! Whoa, whoa, what's that? Hello? What? Bigfoot's here? What happened? You're scanning around the room? I'm bracing for jump scare. Whoa, the piano! Just like so straight-faced, like, okay, what? Huh? like this movie so far. Just taking a peek out the room, and goodbye.
An admission of guilt, Doctor?
Certainly not. There's either somebody else in this house or one of us has left his room. Did you hear anything?
Organ music?
That, and someone walking.
You got yours? Ready?
You look downstairs, and I'll look up here.
Why not together?
There may be only minutes, seconds left of someone's life. Why waste time?
Y'all both looking pretty sus. You gonna go in here, huh? What's your plan, sir? What are you thinking? What's going through your silly little head? Dead body's still there.
It's almost over, darling. Every detail was perfect.
She's alive. Whoa.
What's happening?
We've done it. A perfect crime. Beautiful.
Has she killed him?
Not yet.
Oh.
But she will.
Oh.
Get me out of this hanging harness. What's taking that girl so long? What time is it?
At first, I couldn't get Nora to want to protect herself with a gun. After you appeared at the window, everything began to work just as we had planned. You were wonderful. Just the touch that finally drove her into complete hysteria.
It'll be worth all of our planning, darling. Where's Nora now? What's happening?
On her way to the cellar. So scared she'll shoot the first thing that moves.
And Frederick?
On his way to the cellar, too.
David, are you sure none of them will suspect us?
Of what? An hysterical girl accidentally shoots somebody? Who would suspect that we planned it that way, that we drove her to it?
What about my suicide?
But just a ghost party gag. We'll claim it was a dummy since I'm the only one who touched you.
And the caretakers?
But they had no idea what they were really doing.
What about Nora? She's not stupid, you know.
Darling, believe me, everything we planned is working perfectly. Nora is sure Frederick murdered you. She thinks Frederick attacked her in the cellar, not me. And now Nora's almost out of her mind with fear. The heads, the music, you're hanging. I tell you, when Frederick walks in there, she'll shoot him.
It's taking too long. David, you ought to be there.
Reveal. The reveal. Ooh.
When you hear the shot, come down to the cellar.
Ooh. I knew that psychiatrist was a bastard. They're really just using this poor lady. Like, ooh, she's crazy, ooh. We're gonna traumatize the hell out of her for our own purposes. Ooh. Who's there? It's the guy in a suit. It's the man himself. Damn. Oh, really? Acid time, huh? Trip and fall in there. Sploosh. Okay, so
David?
suspense.
David?
David, did you trip and fall in the acid? Well, now what? Is David working against her too? Just trying to get all the money for himself or something? Or are there real ghosts? Or is something else happening? The mystery, the suspense? Girl, don't fall in that acid. Don't get just... Bloop, 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 bloop. Whoa, it's a skull, it's a whole skeleton rising up. Skeleton! The skeleton appears! It's a skeleton! Ah! That's fun. That's fun. Hey, lady, how you doing? Enjoying the party?
At last you've got it all. Everything I have. Even my life. But you're not going to live to enjoy it. Come with me, murderess. Come with me.
And she's gonna fall in the acid. Love this skeleton puppet. Girl, watch out! The acid! Oh no, she got AirPods in! Oh! And in she goes. Oh, that is brutal. What a... Ugh. Oh, jeez. One thing to be thrown in there when you're already dead or unconscious. Oh boy. Murderers, take note. If you ever want to kill me, I'd really prefer if you would at least knock me out before dropping me in acid. Vincent Price, how are you still alive? What happened?
Good night, Doctor. Good night, Annabelle. The crime you two planned was indeed perfect. Only the victim is alive and the murderers are not. It's a pity you didn't know when you started your game of murder that I was playing too.
Bye, skeleton.
There must be some way to get in here.
Oh, it's right along here somewhere.
Lance! I've shot Mr. Lorne. He's down in the wine cellar.
Alive?
I don't think so.
Uh-oh.
It's him. He's alive.
Now, how did that happen?
You didn't shoot anyone, my dear. I loaded your gun with blanks. I can tell you all now. Trent and my wife were planning to kill me. They failed. Trent tried to throw me in the vat. My wife stumbled and fell. I'm ready for justice to decide if I'm innocent or guilty.
Well, 2 people dead for real now. In the freaking acid.
Now there are 9. There'll be more, many more. They're coming for me now. And then they'll come for you.
Wah, 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 wah. Advertise your product or brand here. Contact opensubtitles.org today. Thank you, opensubtitles.org. Oh man, I want more. I want more. Like, what? What? What happened though? Damn. I want to know. Where did they're coming. They're coming for you. It's the real haunted house. What? Okay, so that was nice and short. I figured it would be, but I was kind of thinking like, So here's the thing. I normally at this time I have to dip out and go have dinner with my family. But my parents are actually out tonight, so I could stick around and we could watch more. I did also download Night of the Living Dead, and we could just watch it. I might just do a BRB and come back and we can watch a whole nother movie, because why the hell not? You know? I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling it, you know? I don't know. I'm gonna BRB. Gonna go to the bathroom and think about what to do next. So yeah, I'm just gonna do BRB for now, and I will BRB, and we will see what to do next. Okay. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Here's the plan. I'm gonna end the stream now, but I think I'm gonna just like get some food and I'll start a new stream and we'll watch another movie. I think we're just gonna do that. We'll just put on Light of the Living Dead. I've got Night of the Living Dead is ready to go. We can watch that. Because now I'm in the mood for more funny horror movies, and we're just gonna do it. But for now, I'm gonna end the stream. And I'll come back in maybe like half an hour or so, and yeah, because why not? You know, we'll do more funny horror movie watching in like 20-30 minutes. I'll post on Twitter and Tumblr and Discord and everything when I go back up. My links are all in my link tree. You can find my Twitter and Tumblr and Discord server there. If you're not already following me, if you're not already in the Discord, check it out. Yeah. So I'll be back up later. I'm just gonna get myself some food, make sure the dog gets his food and gets let out and all that, since I'm the only one home right now, aside from the dog. So yeah. I'll be back. If you're watching this VOD on YouTube, then look for another VOD for another little horror movie watch along. See ya very soon. Bye.